Like straight up, just let him know against you mismo.
Fight.
So if the answer is really to get back in shape, it's just a question of where can I fit the time to do it. And if I don't want to get back in shape, wow. It's about finding a playstyle that works or just continue doing me. Because obviously doing me does not work. Well, it kind of works, depends on the day if it's a very good day or not. But Road to Omega has more bad days than good days, so I guess I can't rely on that. Oh, that's a me thing. I have to figure that out myself.
Round 2. Fight.
Now you have no train ride. Wait, was that the last train already? When's the last train? 10 o'clock? It's not 11? I see. It is what it is. So that means you gotta get a grab. Or you gotta go on a bus. No other way around it. It is what it is. Hey, that's 13! Come on, we're at 5 bars, bro. Ah, the last train's at 10. Woo! I'm backdash ready for safe measure. 10, okay. So I guess for this set, what I want to do is try to mix the two. Remove some restrictions and put some of the other stuff I like doing most of the time. Although it is very similar to Road to Omega at that point, but it's like purposefully doing it and consciously knowing what I'm doing. Instead of just trying to adjust during one day. Like, while I can survive doing that, it has not translated into staying into Tekken God's Prime. So again, that's a problem. Ouch. Oh, I thought you salvaged the combo. Like that was all part of the plan. Apparently not. No frame skyrocket into the Season 2 B&B. That's gonna overshoot. Oh no, never mind. Oh, regular wall spot. Okay. Press. I wanted RFF down 4, but okay, I'll take it. Sure, why not? That's okay. No, because I put a lot of restrictions on myself earlier in the last 2 sets. It was a mirror match versus Raph. That was Hwoarang versus Hwoarang. And then against Juker. And I think Juker heard me, so he's like, okay, I'll bring in Leroy. Okay, so I lost to Leroy 5-0. Or 0-5. So I'm trying to mix both right now. Again, this is like if I don't want to really get back in shape. Although I have a really bad feeling that the only answer is to get back in shape. While that is a net positive for other players, that is a net negative to me. Oh, I forgot to put the fade! Because if I don't, I'll still survive, yes, but... It's a question whether I'll be more salty or not. And I guess I don't want to be more salty, so... Gotta do it immediately. Is that unsafe? How did I not catch that? Ow, 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 ow. JFSR. Thank you. Yep, 4-3 to get more space. That's alright. Wow, random back 3. I mean, if it works, it works. And it's getting a lot of damage right there for Fade Ashcalon13. It's like you have to say the whole thing pa. Like it's someone team tag. Oh, okay. There is no such thing as waiting for you. Alright. Frames are the rule then. I gotta stick with that. Gotta remember that. Frames are the rule against you. since I am trying to mix both restrictions plus regular cheese. Consciously, of course, consciously trying to do it. Because I'm pretty sure this just looks like Road to Omega for those who like watch Road to Omega. Or have watched like the match VODs. It probably just looks like that. It's just that I'm consciously telling myself to do it now. And trying to make it the default playstyle already. Instead of the other one. That's okay. You just more or less have the same damage then. No. It's okay. That's not fine. Did I even SSR? I think I just threw out DF2. See, Raph, this is offense. This is just straight up offense. Ash knows what he wants. And he's sticking to his strength. Doesn't mean, well, of course, while you have a main strength, it doesn't mean you shouldn't learn the other stuff. So it's a good thing you're already learning the offense. And like absorbed a lot of information off it. JJ loves that kind of cheese. Oh wow. That hits grounded. Okay.
Final round.
I'm pretty sure that hit tech. Nice. 1, 2. Bawal. Frames are the rule with you. Frames are the rule. Ooh. Oh, I won the first game? Why does it not feel like I won the first game? Who are you gonna swap to, Steve?
Round 1.
Still feeling tired? It's all good, bro.
Fight.
Priorities first as per usual. Yes. Stand by. It'll be your set after this. So it's for what do you call that? Julia versus Chloe? Who's Julia? Who's Chloe? You're still alive? Yeah, I guess. I suppose you're still alive. Now 3, 4. Yeah, that was mixing some of the old cheese with the restrictions. Because that was completely random. Yeah, just throw out RFF44. Why not? Transition to RFF44 while you're in danger. Throw out Rejector. Ooh. 1, 2. Alright. Should have seen down jab coming actually. But when I saw the back one, I was like, maybe you'll risk another back one.
KO.
No, exactly.
Round 3.
Oh wait, my Julia and Chloe? I thought you were talking about the Julia Chloe matchup. Steve hurts way too much. Bro, I was just doing DF1. But I mean, yeah, that's Steve. That's really the Steve life. Yeah, that's basically solid character life, essentially. You just do the classic tools, and then they'll just work out in your favor, typically. Well, I wouldn't say typically, but most of the time. James Harden, what an IGN. If that was the team you played in Tag 2, that's a really strong team. I hate you, but I love you. I hate that. I love you. You want her, you need her, but I will never be her. Miss her when I can't sleep, right after coffee, or right when I can't eat. I miss you in my front seat. I got sand in my sweater from nights I can't remember. Do you miss me when I miss you? Don't get attached cause I got attached to you. Friends can break your heart too, but I never get tired and never of you. I don't even know if those lyrics are right. I just know the melody. And everything though right does me wrong. Every single night I sing this song. Yeah, it's anti-flamingo, but if the Hwoarang does RFS F4, you'll always lose. That's what you gotta do. That's the main thing you gotta watch out on the Hwoarang mirror. I already played with Raph. The set's done already. No Lily for now. Alright, whatever you say, bro. I'll get back to you, Zap. I need to understand this. Because I've never seen the Feng. But I can see more or less
Round 3.
like when is your opponent controlling the pace of the match. TLDR before I start explaining that, right? It's basically when you keep losing. And your win conditions or stuff that you do are getting suppressed. Or like they're stopping it, they're punishing it, stuff like that. That's what it means for it like being suppressed. So for the most part, it usually means they're winning. That's how you know like they're controlling the pace of the match. Or you're like you're dancing to their tune, to their rhythm. So the pace of the set is more or less directed by them. But I guess that's what you're trying to figure out, right? So that's your Feng. Now another one is like conditioning, mental conditioning. Of course, but that's a whole thing in it of itself, which requires more explanation. But it basically means your opponent has set up the game in such a way, set up the board, to make sure it favors them, or to play at XYZ pace, tempo, etc. Whatever. Like which kind of game do they want to play? Do they want to play small Tekken? Do they want to play 50-50 Tekken? Do they want to play big Tekken, like all the big moves you're allowed to press, etc., etc., etc. I mean, that's the stuff you figure out while you're playing the set. So in this set, it feels like more of small-ish Tekken with some big stuff here and there. But that's like a mix of two. But it's generally getting built up from small first before going to big. So that's like how the current set's being played out. Of course, for your sets, it's going to be a little bit different depending on which opponent you're playing. Because if you say I'm controlling the pace in this set right now, what you could say is that I'm holding back a lot. And that allows Ashcalon to do whatever he wants. But I've set it up in such a way that I'm waiting for Ashcalon to throw out his offense. Or like what is he going to throw out in neutral and stuff like that. If you're going to say Ashcalon controlling the set right now, it's because Frontier is holding back. He's not pressing a lot of buttons. So there's more room for Ashcalon to do whatever he wants, to get stuff exactly like that. But it depends on how you look at it. But of course, I would say nobody's controlling the set right now. If I drop another game, then it's gonna start moving in Ashcalon's favor. If I lose another game. So something to that effect, Zach. How do I course correct when my win conditions are being stopped? It's essentially like how to add a move back, like when your opponent's preventing you. Let's say your opponent's preventing you from throwing out a God Fist, because they keep high crushing you. So it's setting up situations to avoid the high crush. So it's just like Wavu while standing 4. And then you throw out the Wavu God Fist again. Like you have to recondition them back in such a way that they stop doing the counter that they're doing for XYZ move or XYZ situation. That's pretty much how you earn a win condition or a move back. But sometimes you don't even need to earn a win condition back or a move back. Because sometimes that's the best adjustment. Sometimes it is. But more often than not, you'd like to get back a certain move or situation. Most especially if it's one of your key moves. And so for discussion's sake, what we used earlier was the Mishimas. Yeah, you'd have to get that back. And so since I lost this game, that means Ashcalon's rocking with some momentum right now. But I'm not really threatened by the thing. That's how I'm going to do in this set. Mainly.
Round 1. Fight.
They throw the Diafum plus 2, throw out the jabs. And he's gonna retaliate immediately like that. So he's like, oh, okay, I see that's what you're doing. Hit you back with the back one, because that's gonna interrupt. And you can catch that situation just like that. Of course, with punishing a jab is not the easiest, but I got it there. And then you can start moving it to something else, because now, if your opponent can't adjust to it super fast, you're gonna get space. But for the most part, I have the wall position. Well, that's like pretty much about it. Back to the middle of the stage. No rage for me. 20 seconds, that's a lot of time for Ashcalon. Tell him again, this is my space. Like that. So for as long as I continue that, the adjustment then goes back to Ashcalon's favor. So it removes him from controlling the set. Again, if we say he's controlling the set. Because if you say I'm controlling the set, I know this is getting very confusing already. I've just decided to move forward already. Because I have the information on hand on what to do. Uh-huh. That's fine. Blackbird loves that kind of cheese. D4. How am I gonna edit this video? That was a good question. No, I threw stuff that were confusing. Lamau. But you see, it's different now. So I'm now literally controlling it. Because I've limited his offense, which is like the main thing that was getting the 2 games earlier. Because it converts into damage really fast for Ash. Whoa, 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 that's not legit on counter it, huh? So he's trying to find the needle in the haystack right now. Oh, at-home surgery? You were ready. But it turns into my W. And of course my dad can control the situation after it. So let's say if you're who? If you're which character? I guess if you're Hwoarang, Leroy, you throw out a DF1, you can do so much with that DF1 afterwards. Of course, the situation changes around that, but you can start controlling it again. Like, okay, my DF1's like this on block. What do I press out after? After, let's say, Feng DF3 on block. And then one of my opponent's reactions. So you go back to the information gathering. It's always going to boil down back to that. Depending on how you gather your information, of course. Oh. That's good for me. He threw away his rage drive.
Round 2. Fight.
Another way is like, aside from like, of course, controlling the situations that way, you just rely on defense. And then punishment will anchor you. So when you get your punish, you'll get some free damage elsewhere. Right, you were in counter hit. Because you can start controlling that situation instead of like your opponent's situation, in quotation mark. Because you're not waiting for your opponent to press that button, you already pressed the button. And you got your frames, so to speak. That's fine. So this is vastly different from your Hwoarang. If I were you, add some of the stuff you're doing on Feng to Hwoarang. Because there's a lot of things here that you do. You basically don't play the character the same. Like, add some of it to Hwoarang. Then that'll make your Hwoarang better. Since you are a Hwoarang main. Is that a good trade? Oh, it is. 1, 2. DF1, DF1. Shoulder.
Round 4.
So how it's how is Ashcalon adjusted a little bit? He's added like a little bit more, I guess, more offense. And as soon as he gets a bone, right, just bites into it immediately. I mean, that's what you should be doing. The moment your opponent gives you something, most especially if you don't get it often, because that's one of the few times you get your offense, or you know, damage opportunities, because those are rare. 14. A 4-2? 4-2? No. Oh, that's 4-2. And good games to Ashcalon. 13. Good games. This game could put me at match point, if ever, and this will put him... Great punish. And put a game on the board. Here you go, 1+2. Getting the sweep again. Beautiful. Is he gonna run the same again? Is he gonna go for it? He goes for it! There you go, believing in his cheese. And there you go, kick I am, getting a game. That is now 3-1. Staying alive.